Come on in this house.
Welcome back to the David Black Podcast. This is Big Boy the Boss, aka the Money Quarterback. Forehead glistening, man. Episode, what it is, 64?
I think it's
what
64.
Up, Devin?
I believe it is. I ain't about to live every day in fear because it's a lot of shit I gotta accomplish before I get out of here. I'm from South Carolina. What's up, Jern?
What up? What's up, y'all?
Same old, man. I'm gonna take it to my little quote. You know, I got it from Lauren London this week. You better love the people God loaned you because he's going to want them back one day. And like, you know, that's the truth, man. It's so you gotta just value the people in your life, love on them while they're here, because you just never know. You never know. And we got a guest, man, a coastal alumni. Sabrina, what's up, man? Introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, what's going on? My name is Sabrina, fellow Coastal alumni, fellow hometown team, fellow creative out here for the Black community, and excited to be here with my brothers, man. This is exciting.
I know that's right, man. We're excited to have you on. We've been trying to like get more women on. We've been talking to you about coming on for a while, but it's like we want to just talk to more people and like keep networking, you know?
Yes.
We remember them times that Coastal just always been over there, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. When the last time you been down there?
I went a couple times last year, not to Coastal specifically.
Yeah.
I want to say like 2 years ago. I went to homecoming, but didn't really go to homecoming. You know how that be like.
Yeah, you was down in the scene.
But it looks so different.
Yeah, that's the same thing I say. It's so different.
It's twice as big as it was when we was there.
Yes, I want to go back and take an actual tour because I'm like, some of this stuff, like this wasn't here.
a lot of that stuff was here. There's new apartments out there. The football stadium totally different. So I'm guessing campus got to be totally different also. Like
totally different.
Like
I remember
Waccamaw, Santee. I know that's different now.
Yeah. It's probably don't even have the same name, to be honest. I don't think.
Yeah, I know, right? You know, so Sabrina, I'm on the second floor. That was my start to a coaster, coming to y'all crib or whatever. And Campus Ed, boy, that used to be lit, boy.
Ooh.
Campus Ed.
By the time I got there, Sabrina stayed up the street. We used to go up there and smoke because it was a safe place.
Yeah, in between class, I'd be like, yeah, y'all boys, come on down.
Yeah, you know you ain't about. Yeah, you know you ain't about to just be smoking out your dorm all day, every day. So we like, Sabrina, you home? She like, yeah, I'm home. We'll pull up at Sabrina's house, go over there and smoke in between class, man. Go back to class high as a kite.
I remember I had Sabrina had posted something about like tell me the story you remember me most about. And like I remember that time we was smoking, had smoke out her closet or whatever. She took that junk down so fast, like, yeah, we could do that, but I ain't want everybody know we could do that. She took that down her Facebook so fast, boy. Scared. Now he's still talking about it in the public. Hey, we was young.
Right, he put it back out there.
It don't even matter no more. But yes, I remember that. Oh gosh, the closet in the spare bedroom.
In the spare bedroom, like we used to bake that closet out.
Out.
Like just young people stuff. Like the party there used to be so lit. I mean, every weekend it was something over there. Every single weekend.
Every
day, pretty much. It could be a Monday. Turned up.
Going down.
20 people in the crib, man. We got class in the morning. We don't care.
Oh, it's study session. Okay.
But what you been up to, Sabrina?
Man, recently here, I really just been, I ain't gonna say I've been chilling. I've been taking more time to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was a lot, y'all. Last year was a lot of pivot seasons where, just boom, boom.
Yeah.
So a timeline for my year last year, I was working, then February came around. I was like, I've been preparing to, go on my own, do my own venture, all this stuff. So boom, quit my job. Everything was good. Had contracts actually signed up, to work with school psychologists to integrate like art therapy and stuff. So everything was gravy, and then COVID popped up, y'all. So of course, like school is canceled. You can't like be in schools. So now I'm pivoting. I just pivoted from the 9-to-5 world to me trying to figure out like, what I actually want to do. To now we're changing again because now we're in the middle of a pandemic. So that's when I got into my like party bag and then the kits and stuff, and still just doing custom pieces. Like that's always kind of been a part of it. But being on I'm not really a social media person like that, y'all.
Yeah,
and having to consistently be on it because I needed that, that element at the time. Everybody was on social media, it wasn't nothing to do.
Yep.
So that's how you network. That's how you get your coin. That's how you get your customers and stuff. That really burns your girl out.
I can believe it. Yeah,
it burnt me out. It's a lot.
Being an entrepreneur is hard because it's on you. But
literally,
it's also great because it's on you. You know,
like, you are everything from customer service to management to accounting to, I feel like sometimes people glamorize entrepreneurship, and I'm all for, going to get your own dollar. But, oh my God, like, educate yourself, like
be ready.
Resources, be ready.
For real, think about the day when you want to be the employee that don't care about the job. You gotta still care about the job because it's your job. You feel me? So it's like it's so hard to deal with.
Yes.
So I went to talk to this dude while I was in Florida. He owned his own lawn care service. He's been doing it for 4 years. And so I'm getting over there trying to like figure out, the ins and outs, how he started, how he got his clientele. That shit turned into a 2-hour conversation, man. It was like he was showing all his material. He printed me out a list of all the stuff that he bought. He was telling me how he actually get new clientele and, how long it take him to do this and that, and how he got to look at time in minutes. He got to look at, you can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
You still can hear me?
No, we can hear you. You're a little spicy.
Oh, yeah.
You're just a little spicy.
Oh, yeah. He he got to take his time, and he don't got to look at his time in minutes. He got to look at his time in seconds because all his time is like on him. So when he wake up in the morning and he start, for him to get back home, like everything got to be like go, go, go at all time. And it's like, if you want to be an entrepreneur, that's what it means. Like it's go, go, go all the time.
All the time. Go, go, go.
You guys block
out your time because you got all day. You got to get things accomplished and stuff like that every day. Like I was looking at a podcast, Social Proof. If you're trying to make $50K a year, you need to make $135 a day. So you gotta have your goals set up like that. So like you always have something to accomplish. So you ain't just going everywhere. Because if you just trying to like clean up like the whole house and you just start cleaning up the whole house, you ain't gonna never get done. You cleaning one room, then go to the next room and keep going on like that. But like it's like taking baby steps. You can't just run first. You gotta take them baby steps. You gotta crawl. You gotta kind of you gotta sprint. You gotta jog. But you at the end of the day, you gotta get to the point you're trying to get to. But so how the entrepreneurship like being though? Like I know like the ups and downs and stuff like that. You like, but how you like keep striving through it?
Always resetting goals, resetting purposes. Like, why am I doing this? For the days where I feel like, bro, I just don't feel like getting out of bed. You feel me? It's raining outside. Let me see what's on Netflix. But just always resetting goals, remembering like why I'm pushing to do what I want to do past me, past like my peers and my family and like my generations to come. And just always learning something along the way. Discipline has really been the biggest one though, because baby, if you don't got discipline,
it's gonna be tough out here. That one you got it. Y'all want to say, but it's so hard to have discipline for yourself sometimes. Like I can say, sometimes you just want to lay in the bed. Sometimes you just do want to watch Netflix. Like I don't really want to deal with my my business. Then I want to just chill. But like I said, that's why you gotta have like multiple sources, multiple income sources or whatever. Because someday I do just want to chill and like just not really like I'm into the market right now hard. So like some days the market gets so stressful. Like I don't want to be in the market, so I can't take that day off. But I also like say this Friday I made $50 by 9:35 and I was busy. So like man, I can't even watch this jump. So I just had to sell it. But if I just held it for like maybe an hour or two, like I could have made $150 just on a random Friday for doing nothing really.
Nothing.
Like just gotta have patience and all that.
Patience is
like,
so big in the
patience.
I was looking at this like about you talking about goals or whatever. And like I was watching the Social Proof podcast, and they're like they call them SMART goals. And like he had 5 words or whatever. He said you gotta be specific with your goals. They gotta be measurable. They gotta be attainable, realistic, and you gotta have a time limitation to where you're trying to get to with your stuff. Like you gotta put a deadline to something, because if you don't, you'll just keep prolonging it. That's why, like I said, with what we doing right here, like that's why we trying to get people on, because like we keep saying we want to have people on. Like we trying to use excuses like, man, we gotta we don't be around people, so and we ain't got a lot of people don't got Zoom. Well, just talk to people that got Zoomed in, but we gotta continue to have people on because we want to build a brand. You know, we want to talk to people that's like-minded.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me this, like, how's your creative space? How do you like with your paintings in the background? How do you create that? Like, where does it come from?
A lot of them are stories, to be for real. Like a lot of them, it started, honestly, the whole painting thing started with, I was going through like a really bad time. Depressed, like transparent, tripping on the pills, like everything, because I was just on some, I don't want to be here, like suicidal type stuff. And I ain't gonna speak for all families. A lot of families grow up not really talking about, like not knowing how to interchange and talk about how you feel and what you're going through. Yeah. So it got to the point where over time, like, you know, you go through life, stuff continuously happens. So it's building up and building up and building up. And I don't have an outlet because I don't know how to go to even my best friends or a significant other and be like, bruh, something is wrong. Like I'm feeling something. I'm not feeling myself. Like I know you can tell I'm not myself, but I don't know how to tell you what's wrong. Yeah. So I ended up going to therapy, and the first thing I said to her was like, sis, I don't know how to, you know, like talk about my feelings or express my feelings. And she was like, what is something that you like to do that's, you know, that's kind of like your escape? Like, what is your go-to? And I was like, I like to create. I like to paint. I like to, you know, write. And that became my outlet. So then when people would ask me what certain pieces were about, now in a more like non-traditional but comfortable for me way, I'm essentially telling you a story about something I went through without the awkwardness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it just worked for me. And I don't ever have like a strategic plan when I go in and create. It's kind of like just my dump space is what I call it. You know, to really get off my chest, like something I'm going through, or maybe a story or something I heard from somebody else, or something that I may have recently learned. So it's just kind of like my like a creative journal, I guess.
Yeah, no,
that's dope though, and that's dope though. And like a good thing about it is you can never really run out of motivation because you're gonna go through something every single day.
Every day.
So whenever you're going through stuff, and like you could just grab your paint or your pens or whatever, and you could just grab your canvas and just go to work. Like, okay, I wake up and I'm feeling like this today. Let me just sit down, get in my little space, and just put this shit out on canvas. And then if somebody ever asks me like, well, what is this about? It's like, well, I made this 2 weeks ago. I was feeling like this. If you look at it from this perspective, you can see exactly where I was coming from.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
But like that one, also like with your marketing, you say you don't like being on social media. Like you do get on people like lives or whatever. Like maybe like I saw a girl, she got paintings or whatever. She really nice paintings, but she had got on like Tariq live, and she was showing me his paintings. And he started talking about her website or whatever. And I'm sure so many people bought from her that day because like I even went to the website. I was like, there's some nice pieces. I'm sure, you know, like you got it's like almost like guerrilla marketing. Like you gotta be strategic. Right. Like you gotta find.
You really do.
Cause like you gotta go toward the people that like your type of art. You know, you gotta find the people that want to be around. Like, cause I see like on Instagram they say like, well, we should be doing also like with podcasting or with your art. You gotta be like branded to like certain niche audiences. Like, you get 100 people can buy your painting. That at $50. That's a lot of money.
Quick.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
that turned up fast right there, boy.
Real fast.
One thing
and
about
I will
like,
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just about saying serving. It's like it's nice to serve. So like you serving people something that's good. Cause I like painting like that background. I always like at my house, like I always say touch your wall.
Background though.
Fire background. Like her wall is tatted, and it's like just like how people love body art. I love wall art now. Like, I'm a big fan of wall. You see, we ain't got nothing in the back, but we gotta do something about that.
I got y'all.
Yeah.
How you go about selling your stuff though?
So this year, like at the beginning of the year, I was like, you know, I'm gonna take a break. And every time I say I'm gonna take a break, I never really take a break. So in order to make myself hard down, take a break, like I deleted certain social media apps for a while. I took my website down for a while. But I know in the world that we live in, I'm going to have to pop back out on social media.
Gotcha.
And that's okay. You know, that's okay. But I think now that I'm not in such a haste because it was such a hustle last year and I didn't have time to make a definitive plan, of what I felt I wanted to do, like, or I felt like every time I was getting in the groove with something, it was time to pivot to something else, which that is the way of life. But I wanted to make sure I had a definitive direction of what I know I want Awkward Confidence to be.
Yep.
So I don't have. Thank you.
It's oxymoron.
It is.
It's like brilliant idiot.
Right. And I just feel like, you know, during this time away, I have gained like a different insight. I have expanded into like so many different mediums and stuff. So I'm excited to get back out there. But I'm not just gonna be like, all right, I'm in a haste to just go do it. Like, I'm gonna do it when I know it feels right. And in the meantime, while I have time, I'm going to, you know, plan and strategize strategically, like reset my goals, figure out like what the, you know, latter parts of the month or of this year is going to look like for me. But I'm excited though. I've been creating a lot of stuff.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, Sabrina's so eclectic. Like, she seems like this is like a big creator, kind of like, you know, Santana Soul. Like, you know, Santana, whatever. Like, she really clicked it. You know, she came on the podcast, and like, you feel like the vibes. Like, you know, I
already know. Tell me about burning sage. You done burnt sage before, right? I already know. But I be cause like I've been saying Ari Lennox, she's such an eclectic person too, but like she be looking good.
Bad too.
She Aries, by the way.
That's Shea Butter Baby right there.
Talking about Aries, talking about Jeremy he went through therapy and all that too. And like I believe Dale, like we all gonna need some therapy at some point in time. Like so talk to her about your therapy, Jeremy. Like I need to know that too, because I feel
he couldn't stop liking boys, so he had to go to therapy about that.
He had to get it out. Yeah. He had to get it out.
This guy always taking left. But no, mine was I don't know. I was just at a place in my life where like I didn't know my next steps. Like I didn't know exactly what I needed to take. Like I had so many ideas of what I wanted to do, and I never could gather it together to set a plan. So when I actually went through therapy and stuff like that, helped like open up my mind to a lot of stuff. Like it actually helped me put stuff into effect. So, you know, little by little, I've been doing everything that me and my therapist had talked about, and it's been helping.
So you thought you definitely feel like you needed somebody that wasn't in your life to talk to you?
Definitely.
So you had somebody,
it's like somebody from like a bird's eye view almost. You know what I'm saying? Like. Even though it may be a loved one that care about you and they're like, you know, bro, I'm here to listen. It's like, because you know me, you still have a slight, you still got a bias, and I really need somebody to hear me. And just because you my dog, it may be something that I just really just can't tell you, you know. It's not because I don't fuck with you.
Yeah,
it's just, you know, I just don't want you to know.
That's so true though. That's so real. I definitely would love, because like last year, my 2020 pandemic year, I went through a lot of stuff, but it wasn't like, you know, like no job, because I had a job and all that stuff. But it's like, I guess, relationship stuff. I mean, some on Jeremy Ram too, you know, you're trying to figure out.
We all go through it.
Yeah, don't say just trying to figure out what's next and how can I make this work.
Because you did it. Jeremy Ram, both of them.
He dragged Jeremy right into it.
Everything. I wish.
He went Jeremy, man. I know Jeremy. I'm telling you, like I say, I felt the same way. I did, like, you know, you do stuff out of character and stuff, and like, why did I do that for? Because like, this not me. I'm just going through so much stuff. Because I remember, like I said, I done told this story before, but I was like stuck in my mama's yard. Now I was driving my car and got stuck in the mud, and I was so frustrated by that. Like, but then like 6 months later, I was stuck on the side of the road on the interstate in my car, because like I had my battery transmission messed up, and I was just cool, just chilling out there. It's like just a totally different mindset. But I was mad about being stuck in the back of my mama's yard, but not being stuck on the side of the interstate.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, wow. But I'm just saying that's different mindsets. Like I started doing different stuff and just trying to make myself happier. Like I'm at a great place in my life right now. I feel like I accomplished some things last year that's making me deal with the stuff I'm doing with now, and I appreciate how I'm living. You know,
and the greater space that you get into your life, it'll change the way that you approach stuff too. So you might have just been in a fucked up mindset when you was in your mama yard, but by the time you got to the side of the road, you was a little bit further on your journey of peace. So it's like, I mean, this just what come with it. Cars depreciate. This is where I'm at. Like that's how it is.
Right.
Talk about cars depreciate. You know, I got I got picked
Lemon.
up. Let me tell you, this same car. I'm riding down here yesterday. My road is about. I'm riding the whole ride. I'm like, what's going on in my car? But anyway, I was coming out. I'm getting a car. I'm getting a 2012 Volkswagen Passat. Ain't nothing too major. But what I'm gonna be doing with it, I'm gonna make money off of it. Cause I'm gonna be doing Instacart and Amazon Flex. Also, while in the market, making money in the market too. So like different multiple streams of income. Because y'all ever heard about the Instacart and the Amazon Flexes? You ever heard of that?
I heard about
it.
Yeah.
They hired me for both. Like, I guess they hired me for both of them or whatever. It's like I'm my own boss, so I just go to work when I want to go to work or do that stuff. But like it's on my own time, and like people be making like $1,200-$1,300 a week doing this kind of stuff. Like it's like they doing shopping for somebody else, and you know I'm in Charleston right now, so like not right now, but that's why I'm living there. So it's like it's a lot of work down there because he tried to do it. He ain't got the request.
I'm on the waiting list.
Yeah, he's on the waiting list.
You know, like being a full-time entrepreneur, you gotta find different income streams. I was just doing the flooring with it, you know, 803 flooring. Check me out.
Yeah,
diabetic strips.
Putting in work too. I see y'all.
Hey,
I see y'all for real.
Hey, yeah, I got diabetic strips too. So if you need some diabetic strips to get sold, on your boy, because you gotta be a doer. You need
be a doer.
Like Sabrina was saying, well, her art is like how she taught tell the word what's in her head. I feel like this podcast is how we tell the word because I'm so terrible at Twitter. I'm terrible at these sites about telling what's in my head, but I feel like I can tell it when I'm on the podcast. Like I can talk
because that's your space, man. Like everybody's space looks different. You know what I'm saying? Like, but once you kind of find your lane and find your space, I think that's where the mindset change kind of come in, like how y'all were talking about earlier. Because mindset is definitely a really big part of it. Because I'm definitely a different person than I was 6 months ago, much less a year ago. Okay. Yeah.
6 months ago, I had a job.
6 months ago, I had a job. But I'm saying, I was talking to my aunt last night, and like a year ago, I didn't have no clue about how to do the stuff in the market, and I'm doing now. I had no clue about the market, but like you just never know if you put the time and effort into whatever you're doing. If you put enough time into it, you'll learn something.
That's how you got good at like painting and drawing, right? Like just I've been doing it over and over and over. I can't do none of them paintings right now.
Yeah, I can't do none of that.
Trying different techniques, like you really can't be.
We hear you still.
There you go. Yeah. You really can't. I learned that you cannot. You have to get away from like the right and wrong type deal. I used to be one of the people that was so like, I gotta do this and I gotta do this, like check the box. And then when I kept checking all the boxes and shit wasn't going the way I really wanted it to go or thought it was supposed to go, I had to really change my mind and be like, you know, you can't be afraid to just try different stuff. Even if you think it's gonna work or not gonna work, you're only gonna know if you be a doer. You put that action.
You gotta put the action over it, man. Action over word. Action over word. You got to, man. But that's exactly like just like the stuff you're doing. Because like I'm looking at your art or whatever. I'm like, it's to me, it's so much going on. But I know all that. It's like you put it all together. And like I can say, it's art. It's literally art. Like it's a puzzle, and like you put that puzzle together. Because like you ain't just like throw it on the canvas and it's all there. You had to literally start with that first stroke and took it there and went. And that is so cool to me because like my best painting of all time is I was in art class. I forgot what was our art teacher in high school. We did a bird's eye view. I had learned how to do bird's eye view, so that means I learned how to like do like I was looking down.
Who was the art teacher?
I was just trying to think. Like I really
don't know
can't
who
think.
the art teacher was. I don't know at all.
I can't remember her
name.
It wasn't
Miss Ruth, was it?
Miss Ruth?
Nah, that don't sound right. So
I thought she was a language art teacher.
Yeah, Miss Ruth was English.
She gave me a D.
You can't read. You can't read. Damn. The little short lady right across from the library.
Cause one thing I do remember about her was two things.
I can't
remember her name.
She gave me 5 demerits for cussing, and she said I was, she congratulated me for being a state star after I caught an interception. The game with the interception, So I just back
random as hell,
back to the picture, but like protect your energy and stuff like that statements and like you wear your statement. I love that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. I love painting, but like, I just never been a good painter. It's like, are you born with this, or like, can you learn it over time?
Until I actually really tried, because it literally started because I was bored one day and I just happened to have the stuff, because I always been like a crafter and like creating and filling with stuff by nature, but I never really was like out here just painting stuff. Like it literally, I got let go from a job that started depression. I just happened to have a canvas and some paint, and I was like, well, let me just see. And I think within those first 2 weeks, I made more than I had ever made at any job. And I really didn't know I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And it just be so wild to look back at like the memories and stuff, like seeing when all that stuff started popping off. But I think when you truly gain an interest in something, it's like you said, like within that first year, my style had completely changed, and it's still changing. But it's because when you catch an interest in something, when you delve into it a little more to start learning, and actually become not like a theorist, like you just think all this stuff, but a practitioner, then that's when the change actually happens. Like when you put in that action.
Yeah,
I think everybody can paint. I think the problem comes when you try to paint like the next person. Like just looking at your wall right there, I can see that. Like that's one of them things to where you can really only get from her. If somebody else like try to master what she already mastered, it's like they're gonna look at it like, man, well, I can't paint. Like you can paint, but you're trying to paint somebody else. You're trying to paint somebody else's art. Like that's her art. You're not really gonna see that art too many places. So I mean, she found her art and then she just stuck with it and just kept getting better over time, just based off what I'm seeing off the wall.
Yeah. It's just like I guess somebody making a song. Nobody can't never make the same song, and you can't never make the same.
Kind of how
art.
the designer was with Future. Like the designer had Panda, but he sounded like Future on Panda, but he couldn't keep sounding like Future. You know,
Yeah.
So you ain't heard
only Future can be Future.
You know? Only Future can be Future. You know, so
That's
like you ain't heard them since.
Right.
Dang, I would love to paint though, for real. Like, I just keep looking at these paintings, dog. That
Just
might be my next hustle, man.
And that's honestly the whole, like, looking at other people's styles. Like, that's another reason why I was like, I'm going to take a break from social media, because you get so caught up in seeing other people do like these amazing feats and stuff. And you like, dang, like, in order to be that level, like, I'm going to have to be like her, or I'm going to have to like present myself like him, or I'm going to have to do it this way. And I really had to pump my brakes and be like, no, you don't need to be nobody but you, and create from within. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I kind of reverted back just so I can kind of like tap back into myself and start creating from like a place from within versus like, oh, that seems to be the trend, let me hop on that and just see, like, just tapping back into that authenticity.
Yeah, if it ain't true to you, then it'll fizzle out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I started getting on IG, because there's too many fine women. Dog. I just can't keep looking at it all day.
Yeah,
I can't get nothing else done.
Cause now you start coming home looking at your old lady like, you ain't really all that bad.
Hey, you coughing again? Get out. Get
out. You get yourself in trouble on IG, man.
Hey, matter of fact, talking about IG, let's get into your boy Derrick Jackson. You know Derrick Jackson, Sabrina?
Oh, my God.
This
yeah.
Charlamagne say a lying hypocrite.
Yeah, he shows out with that.
My dog is the donkey of the century, okay?
Of the century. Yeah. Won't hear nothing else from you, dog. And got his woman looking like that. Like, no, get your woman off social media, please. Like, what's going on? She ready to go to war, man. She ready to go to war.
What they said, the helmet of salvation.
Yeah, helmet of salvation.
Yeah. Now they know they ain't wrong for that.
But get what? Like I heard on another podcast, like you need a church woman. You need a God-fearing, believing woman. She gonna deny for you, and she gonna take up for you,
and she gonna forgive you.
Yeah, she gonna forgive you. That's the kind of woman you need.
They don't make too many more like that. Yeah, they don't make too many more like that.
Deny you, man.
I'm like, Derrick Jackson been going so ham on social media. I never watched the video for a fact, you feel me? Because I don't like what he said. I know it was a lie. I'm a dude. What you're saying is a lie.
It was just too much as a woman. Like,
yeah, it was too much as a woman, though.
It was too much as a woman. Like,
like all men, black men, first of all, don't cheat beside Derrick Jackson. So he's the outlier.
Yeah.
He's the outlier. He's about the only one I knew that ever cheated in my life. But anyway, because like I steer more to the Kevin Samuels. You know who that guy is, right?
Kevin Samuels. No, I don't think I know who that is.
You got to Google him one day. But like with
Oh,
Derrick
God.
Jackson, but with Derrick Jackson, I saw they was talking about they had some footage of him, like, talking to the girl or whatever. And then the same, like, basically as soon as he got off the call with the girl, he on social media talking about dudes don't need to be cheating and doing this. And, and it's just such hypocritical stuff. And it's just
like, who is you, man? You cheating.
It's all a facade. It all was a lie. Like literally everything.
For
he
real.
built
Like,
his
whole
whole
brand. Yeah. So at that point, like, people be like, oh, it's just a publicity stunt. Like, nah, this is real life. And my G finally got caught up. And I just don't see, I'm iffy about the cancel culture because some people just be doing the most. But sir, you really just need to go ahead and hang it up because who you presented yourself to be all this time is a lie. Like, sir, take your L and just go home and peace to your wife.
And you can't be treating people like it's one size fits all, man. Everybody's house different, man. You can't just be talking to me like you know how my house supposed to be ran. Right. Fuck out of here.
Exactly. You don't know what's going on over here.
At all. Yeah, he shot out, boy. He shot out.
Then he did that video after the fact, and he was talking in third person, like Derrick Jackson.
Now that's what really I couldn't. I tried to watch that one. I couldn't even finish it. I was like, see, this is you got something wrong with
third person.
Full third, but do you I just looked at something. Clubhouse came on my phone. Do you get on apps like that to like network with like-minded people?
I did. I actually was on a couple panels for Clubhouse earlier this year. That seems so long ago. But like
I gotta follow you. Time be moving so fast.
It does. I'm like, bro, it's gonna be April.
Already.
April.
Like
the pollen that came over and took over everybody's car.
I'm talking about everybody.
We all got yellow cars right now.
Car, nose, eyes, ears, mouth. Like
y'all is the snot bunch over there.
Stay with some mucus over there.
This guy been sneezing his ass off over here. I told him before the podcast, I'll be good for the podcast though.
I take an allergy pill every day of the year though, so that shit ain't even hit me.
Hey, that's what I should be doing every year. I'm like, I'm gonna get it in for the pollen settle.
Yeah, I take one every day of the year. So
he need to know about his allergy pill. I take clarity.
Yeah, but you take it when you already got the allergies, man. You got to catch it before.
Hey, I let it build up in my system. I be good for a couple weeks. Remember that podcast there? They'll try to get us off the podcast.
That man slid his whole hand.
I was back going to that episode.
You be listening to our podcast sometimes?
Yeah.
Right, shut up, man. I wish we had our little soundboard, man. We would give a clap, man. We put this. It's nice to hear that. Why? Because like we just be putting this stuff out. I guess we do it for ourselves. Like, we do it because we just have to have these conversations or whatever. Like it'd be tight when people say they listen to it. Like even if you listen to a clip, a piece of it, like appreciate just like you thinking that we got something to say that you make feel important. Because I ain't saying what we got to say is important, but I feel like what we got to say is important to the people that we grew up with, And I say that they look at it, but like I want to be the person I always looked up to. So I'm trying to be that person. Like, so I gotta give the knowledge I got to everybody that I can be around. Like, so that's why every time I'm around somebody, like I'm ready to tell you what I'm doing or show you somehow what I'm doing. I don't got all the time to show you everything I'm doing. But it's like the things we doing, I feel like because a year ago, a year and a half, we've been doing this. This is our 64th podcast. So like that, we've been doing it over a year now. Like the stuff we done learned from episode 1 to episode now is like so many people, like it'll take them 2 to 3 years to get to this point. And I just feel like we doing something that like can change something from where we come. Yeah, we're just trying to build a brand. Like we were talking about last night with our family or whatever. Like we gotta get better with social media, but you post stuff on social media, like you say, to build your brand. And the people that's biggest and getting the most money and the most listens on podcasts have a big ass brand. So it's a blueprint on how you build something. You really just gotta follow it and, like you say, discipline and your mindset. Like we say on the website, mindset is the first thing they need to grow. Because without the right mindset, you can't really do nothing. Because you're gonna always like with school in a job or whatever. Like most people go to school and think all they can do is get a job because that's their mindset. But our mindset totally it was something different, Like a lot of people that we went to school with at Coastal, they trying to do their own thing in life and not like going to work because we realize working is not gonna make us happy no matter the money. Because it ain't about the money, it's freedom.
You know,
exactly. It feel it's the quality of life, really.
Yes.
Like that's really what it boiled down to. Like you can be presented the most amazing job opportunity, whatever, but in their mindset too. But if you ain't in the right mindset to really receive it or to be able to carry it out, it still ain't gonna matter. Like your overall quality of life is you ain't good. So until you make sure you good, until you make sure your happiness is a priority, like true happiness from within, not what other people can do for you or like what material things can do for you. You on your way after that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how you. That's damn near the definition of protect your energy, man.
All right.
You got to know what worked for you. You got to know what worked for you. You ain't no reason to look around and be like, well, shit, he sagged. Maybe I need to sag. Like, no, fuck him. Let him sag. Like, I'm gonna wear my shit how I wear my shit. I'm gonna do what I do.
If that's for him, let that be for you. If it's not for you, like it just ain't for you. Don't force it. Like,
and it ain't even no right or
don't feel good.
Yeah, it ain't even no right or wrong thing. It's just I got my way, you got yours. We gonna be all right.
And it's fine.
Yeah,
like,
it's fine.
Because it ain't no one way to skin a cat, right? Hey,
Nigga, country.
No one way. Man. Everybody here just trying to get in different ways or whatever. You still talk to a lot of people from Coastal?
I do, actually. I talk to, like a lot of my friends from back then, Quisha, Amber, Lauren.
I know Lauren.
A lot of networking stuff too, as far as like business opportunities and collaborations and stuff. Like that's honestly last year. Connections from Coastal is really what like drove me into so many different areas. Being on so many different panels, being on so many different platforms, the networking stuff, like people sharing my stuff, people such and such is in need of this, like automatic referral, and then your notifications going off because everybody just, bombarding this person with their name, like, she can get the job done. So yeah, man. Yeah.
That's one thing that I think is dope though, because you was in a sorority, right? Well, art is in a sorority. That's one thing I think is dope about being in a sorority or a fraternity though. Like once it's all said and done, you can't never really lose that network, man. You could touch a whole lot of different, you can touch a whole lot more people because like it's a sisterhood, it's a brotherhood. So that's one thing I wish I would have did while I was out there. But ain't no turning back though. I wasn't about to be out there strolling either.
Would you have went to school if you knew what you knew now, Sabrina?
Oh, I always ask myself that. I'm kind of 50-50 on that. For the actual sake of saying I have a degree, no, like that's easy. But for the sake of knowing who I know, like meeting different people, like kind of like cross-cultural type stuff, like you meet people from different places, you learn different things, they teach you stuff. I feel like that part of it can't be replaced.
It can't be replaced. That can't be replaced.
It may be duplicated, and I may have got that same thing had I went into like a different arena straight on, because as long as you talk to people and build a network with like-minded people, you can always have like some type of foundation to come back to. But that one, like, I don't know, that coastal experience was very special.
Yeah, because we really never get to be around that many people at that, in all the same place ever again after school,
Close to the same age too, so the mindset,
everybody around
even
the
if
same
the
age.
mindset ain't exactly the same, it's similar. Y'all almost all think alike almost.
I don't think where we from prepared us though for college, man, because I just didn't know. I didn't understand what, like I say, going there for the degree, what the degree does for you. I didn't understand what none of that does for me, so I didn't even care. So like, but if I would have knew now what I know now, if I was going to college, I was definitely getting the degree in IT, and I'd have been chilling on my ass right now. But do you feel like we was prepared for where we from?
No, and that's something that I definitely, it has been heavy on my heart for a while. Like just trying to figure out like how to give back to the kids in our community. And it goes back to what you said about just being a person. You are working towards being a person that you are today because you needed that, growing up just to see like, bro, you can be an artist. Like just doing parties for kids that that we went to school with, and them whispering in my ear like, Miss Sabrina, I really, I really been wanting to be an artist for a long time, but I didn't want to tell nobody. Just stuff like that. So it's just like, dang, like
that's tight.
Little kids really be watching, and it's thinking back, it's like, did I have the resources and stuff or the knowledge that, would have helped me propel and be prepared? I just had a talk with my friend about this the other day, like internships. I didn't know nothing about no internships until my senior year of college, that is. But even like that transition to high school, like I feel like I wasn't prepared. No. Like it was just like I'm supposed to go to school, but then what? You know what I'm saying? And even afterwards, I feel like that's why like our generation kind of, I call it like the early midlife crisis, where you kind of crash out after you leave school and you've been working for a little bit. Because it's like, what the hell is next? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Because this can't be it. So then you get stuck in this mental rut of always trying to figure it out, but you're trying to figure it out with what you just know, which, if it's only this much and you don't know how to branch out, you just gonna be stuck. So it's like that rat wheel race type deal. But no, man, and sure, I do not feel like we were prepared how we could have been.
Because let's go back to high school. Like, why they even put? I understand some people are not as smart as other people, but why they even put you in math tech classes? Knowing, because like in my head, my whole life, I just knew I wanted to go to college, but then you find out like, man, I'm taking classes that can't even get me into college.
Math tech.
You feel me?
He must have had math tech. He bringing up trauma right now.
Let that man work through his trauma.
In ninth grade, they put me in math tech 1 and math tech 2. It's like, but then I got an algebra 2 and geometry and all that kind of stuff. But still, though, when you get to the point to like when you put your transcripts in, like he got accepted to Coastal easily. My black ass with the Midlands Tech to get accepted to Coastal. I couldn't get straight through the door because and it's like, but I still shouldn't have went to college anyway at that point in time because I still did not know what I wanted. But I did know what I wanted to do. I want to go play football, but I didn't even know that I could like literally go step on the Coastal campus and like just like go try for the team. I ain't know I could do that. I just thought, like I said, if I didn't have a scholarship, I guess I just wasn't good enough to play. I guess my career over with. Or like,
and that's why it's important for Sabrina saying like she trying to figure out how she can give back to our community, because really all it takes is one positive influence in your life that could change your whole life. Because man, I might come in here and you might want to be an artist, but you don't know that you want to be an artist because you don't see no artist. And then Sabrina come back with, all this different art and showing you, okay, I did this. This is how this works. This is where I'm at and how I got here. You can be like, damn, I could do that too. But if you don't never see that person that you can look at and say, I could do that too, then like she said, that's the early midlife crisis. You just about to go get you a job and get in that hamster wheel, and you're gonna be there until you retire.
I'm telling you,
man in the world.
Depressed.
Depressed. That's why a lot of people at these jobs, they kind of work mad every day because they hate what they doing, but they doing it for money. People don't understand it's so many ways to get money. You ain't got to go through a job that you hate for 30 years to get money. Go somewhere and do something you like. This money is abundant. Money very abundant. You just gotta go out there and get it. You gotta hustle to get it. You gotta hustle. And like I said, you gotta hustle. You gotta network. You gotta like put yourself in the right situations and scenery to get to the people that you're trying to touch. Cause like, okay, you're an artist or whatever, but you chilling around people that just don't even do no kind of art. They just go to work 9 to 5 every day. Why you not?
But how is this helping me?
It's not gonna help you. That's why I say with us with podcasts, like if they having like podcasts, whatever, we gotta go to them. Like we gotta we gotta network like
little seminars or some shit like that.
I kind of say sometimes we might have to step into the club or something just to show our face, because like what our intentions are to be the podcast that everybody from South Carolina, when they come back to South Carolina, they gotta step through here before they leave South Carolina, because we want to have an impact on this state. But we can't have an impact and nobody don't know what we got going on. We got, like I say, just starting with you having you on, but we gotta go to the club maybe sometime. I saw the club.
Yeah, you gotta go reach them people, low-key.
But it says reach these people. Like,
a lot of people don't know that they need to be looking for you.
Exactly.
So you gotta go find them. That's fucked up, but it's true though.
It's the truth though, like, because like again, like with the flooring wise, like people hit us up by flooring, but like they wouldn't even know you're doing flooring if you ain't wasn't posted.
If you ain't,
and that's why you get in the club with these people, because like I say, it's some people like I say with Pig or whatever. Like I say, I like Cody Young. These people that, in my opinion, they got something going on that's not just some regular shit. And so like you get in the club, you talk to these people, like it's easy. I mean, we can hit them up off the club, but I want to be in a network where I could just be. exploding, talking to different people, and that branch going to another tree, and next thing you know, we just connected with everybody that we need to be connected with, and even more.
And that's dope.
We got Charlamagne on the podcast.
Right, and that's dope because like I went to Target today to look for another splitter, and I'm in there, and I asked the lady at the tech counter, I was like, "Yo, y'all got splitters in here?" She was like, "What you mean?" I said, "I just need to plug audio into this part and it split out so I can connect more." And she was like, "We ain't got those, but what you using it for?" And I whipped out my wallet, gave her a podcast card. Like, this is what I'm using it for.
Check it out.
This is what I'm using it for. But like, that's part of networking though. Like sometimes you just gotta, like I said, people don't know that they need to be looking for you. And she works behind the tech counter, so she probably know more about tech than I do. So for me to give her that shit, she can either come on here with us and give us some information, or she can start her own podcast and feed the people that's in her neighborhood or where she from or whatnot.
Exactly. Like I say, you've been on Mandy and them podcast, right?
Talking about Mandy and Timo?
Yeah.
I've listened to it. I haven't been on it. They are hilarious.
It would seem like you would just be on that podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Yeah,
we dangling.
Yeah, they on the Red Coast. No, I think Mandy. North Carolina.
Mandy in North Carolina.
Come on,
Mandy in North Carolina.
Yeah, but old girl, she was in Seattle.
Timo.
Yeah,
Tierra,
the
Timo.
Scientist. Okay. Yeah, I listen to their podcast. Not every they come out every 2 weeks. I don't listen every 2 weeks, but I listen from time to time. Cause I like what they got going on. They like funny to me because like I see them like the Read podcast. They sort of like they got a little segment called Reddit on Reddit.
I love Reddit on Reddit.
Yeah, they be reading stories from Reddit.
Oh, Reddit, okay. Reddit
is a pretty good.
No, that should be hilarious, boy.
Yeah.
I downloaded Reddit like 2 months ago, and it's some of the best stories in the world.
Oh, it's a rabbit hole.
You know, like all the OnlyFans and stuff like that, you can find them free on Reddit. You know, all the OnlyFans pages.
That's what y'all do. y'all freaky ass.
Type the name in /Reddit.
Slash Reddit.
No money. I'm
Hey, them boys freaky, man.
I'm frugal. It's like when you see these people, like, man, I can go find you. Don't never think nothing can't stop you. It's not over until you win. It's not over until you win. I'm 5 million for that OnlyFans on Reddit. I'm a 5 million. I'm a 5 million one.
I'm gonna get to that OnlyFans. Don't you worry.
Don't you worry. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Man. Like I say, anybody, like any woman, I tell them, get OnlyFans, man. Get that money, man.
You can't get that
money.
Listen,
it's out there.
It's out there.
It's really out there. Like for couples, for men, all that. Like man Kibo, he do OnlyFans, but he just do like knowledge and stuff, like credit card knowledge, real estate knowledge, all kind of different knowledge about business. And that's who I want to be. You know, I want to like be like accomplished in a lot of things so I can teach people, because that's where the money is. Teaching. Like I say, a barber can cook 10 to 12 heads a day, but if he teaching, he can teach 1 million people on YouTube. Or
I'm telling you,
easy, 1 million people on YouTube, or he can be selling the product. Like selling some oil, some beer oil or whatever.
Hair oil, beer oil.
I saw a black girl. She had 687K subscribers on YouTube or whatever. She just do reaction videos to what other people got going on. That one.
See, that is wild to me, but it's literally a market for everything, y'all.
Everything.
Every single thing. So that's like, go back to what Devin said. It's no right or wrong answer. Like it's literally, and once I really broke myself out that mindset of like I have to do it this way, like everything, I swear it just feel like Pandora's box just open, because I'm like, okay, like literally everything is my playground now. Everything. And I'm a dabble and touch everything until I figure out like what it is exactly I want to do. And I'm gonna take off with that. And once I get that one going, then like add another stream and another stream and another stream. Because I'm trying to be straight automation. Like even when we like come to courses and stuff, let me go ahead and pre-record that, you know what I'm saying? So that once it's that one and done, you just continue to sell the same training course over and over and over. You just got that residual coming in.
Residual income. That's the best income, right? It
That's
just
the
comes
best
every
income.
month. Yeah, appreciate it.
The best.
This guy did he made $2 million off his trading options, which is a part of the stock market, trading options course during the pandemic. Made $2 million. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can make, that's where you're gonna make the most money.
Change your whole life.
Yes, change your whole life. And like I say, get what he did last December. Quit his job. I ain't gotta work. You feel me? I could be other bit. Now
I'm 2 million up, man. Fuck this job.
And get what? Now he got 18-wheeler truck. Now he got vending machines. You know, now he got properties. Cause guess what? You can let your money work for you.
Gotta let
you get like the opportunities truly become unlimited at that point because you can do anything. Like even if you don't know if you really like it, so if you got yourself in that position and where you can be like, well, let me just throw a little bit out there just to see what happens. You know, you have the capability to be able to do that.
Yeah, like I say, somebody in the market Friday threw out $900 and brought back $10,400. So you know, you just had days like that in the you just gotta have a skill. It's like by finding a skill or whatever. Just like he into like driving box trucks now. It's like it's not 18-wheeler truck.
I ain't doing it, but like, I just been watching videos.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out how to like the research or whatever. But like that's a great thing to do also because like you can go like to Amazon and pick up stuff, but you're not driving 18-wheeler, so you don't have to have the CDL license. But you still get the benefits of having a
gotta get
truck.
the DOT.
Operator, you know, you don't even need a DOT. Not with that, you don't need DOT.
Not with the courier service.
Yeah, with the box truck, you just you whip it. It's like getting a big U-Haul. You did like you got to get a DOT for that. You just whip it. But I was about to ask, how your family feel about you, like not wanting to work a real job, you know? Because our family, I was like, what you gonna do about insurance? Like,
what you got?
Jeff Bezos care about insurance. Jeff Bezos care about that.
That is the first question. Like at first, my daddy was just not. First of all, my daddy is a military man, so he is very like structured, straightforward. You do blah blah blah. But you know, after a while, when blah 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 ain't really working for me, I'm gonna have to figure it out because at the end of the day, I got to be happy with what I'm doing. So I woke up one day. This is like freshly moved back from Coastal. I was staying with him, and I remember just sitting up in the bed, and I was like, what am I doing? Like, I can't be a robot like this every single day. I wake up, I go to work, I go to the gym, I come back home, and then I just do it all over again until the weekend comes. Then I may step out, you know what I'm saying? But even that get old because my mind is consumed with what am I supposed to be doing? So when I finally told him, because this is not my first go around with just being like, you know, I'm done with work or whatever. It's out. The insurance thing is always the first question, but I think my daddy is a man of little words. So I can just tell over time that he gets like, okay, you know, she know what she doing. She know what she got to do to obviously take care of herself and her bills. So he just try to be supportive in the best way that he knows how. And that just came with having conversations like, look, bro, like my generation is not like your generation. If I know I don't like this job and I know I'm only going to progress or get to this certain amount of whatever with this company, in my mind, I'm not going to stay here because what's the point of staying somewhere that I know I'm going to cap out at? I was like, and times are very different. A regular job, just one job, is not going to take care of me and everything else I got going on. And to be honest, I'm not like a two job working type of girl. Now I take two forms of income, but I don't particularly want to work two jobs, you know? Because I had to ask him one day, I was like, so, you know, at my age, you know, what were you making back in the 90s when stuff was cheaper? And he said something wild, like 30 something, whatever. I'm like, my nigga, I ain't never got close to that. Like, you can't even talk to me about like, we in two different worlds. Okay?
Yes, two different worlds. No. You know, like, you can't compare. Like I was telling my aunt, a kid now will come into a house and see a TV and think it's touchscreen. But we come into a house and see a TV, we just see a TV because that's just how different we are and like how you raise is different. Like my grandma, when she saw a color TV, she like, it's a color TV, but they grew up with color TV, so it's just normal to have color TV. So we can't expect them to have the same mindset, but they also got to just think back on and be like, they know what they're doing. It's a new time. It's like a renaissance of like creative mindsets right now where like people understand I don't want to work a job for 40, 50 years and retire at 70 and then be free. I want to be free now.
Why not?
Yeah. And they got to look at it from a standpoint of that's a grown ass person. I don't have to deal with they pitfalls when they pitfalls.
Exactly.
Do what you do. I know what worked for me. You go do what you do. If you fall and you call me, it's up to me if I want to help you or not. But for the most part, that's on you.
It's on you.
That's on you. Let me.
Like I say, with people that my aunt was saying, she been in her job for 22 years or whatever, and she was kind of ready to go after 5 years or whatever. And what a lot of people don't understand, like time is on their youngest back. So like basically after 5 years, you like, man, I don't really want to be here, but I'm gonna be here for 30 years because like this is just what I feel like I gotta do. Cause like this is the easiest, this is the safest way for me to attain a lifestyle that I want to live. But is that lifestyle something you, cause like if you're looking forward to your day you retire, in my opinion, I think, not saying you should be doing something else, but like I think it's something better out there for you. Because like you should never be thinking, cause I don't think about retiring. Cause like I'm retired now. I believe I'm retired from like doing labor, working hard, I guess, for right now. But my black ass will go back and work hard again if I got to. But like I don't never want to retire. Like, I just want to, cause like I feel like when you retire, your brain is like you just let your brain die. And I don't think, that's how people die, in my opinion, because like die mentally, because like you just don't want to elevate.
Because you ain't living daily. At that point, you just going through the motions to do what you got to do to survive, and you're not really living at that point. That's my opinion. And I just can't rock with it. I don't know.
No, it can't. It can't. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I think too highly of myself to want to cap myself out. Like if I go to a job and I know 10 years from now they're gonna have me at 85,000, it's like for most of the world that sounds like okay, you're doing good. But for me, it's like I think I'm way better than 85,000 a year.
I know, right? Like why I got 10 years for this? Why I got 10 years for 85,000? Why I want 85,000 a day, cause 85,000 in 10 years gonna be worth 55,000. You feel me? Cause like inflation. So like that's what I'm saying, like inflation and all this stuff, time, man. I feel like use your time. Why? Because that's why I feel like I can do the little gig jobs I'm doing, because I have 168 hours a week, and I ain't like I say, I ain't did no quote unquote clocked in for no job since December. So like I have extra time. I just be sitting there doing nothing. Like I can go out there and go pick some groceries up for somebody for a few hours and get some extra money. Like it's like embarrassing to me. It's like that's another income, because like I told him, 2 income streams is closer to 3 than closer to 0. You feel me?
Exactly.
Well, I'm just trying to get more money, and like we got multiple. Like, we can rent the other side of this duplex. Like, there's so much stuff you can do. Like you just gotta be creative with. And like the richest people in the world are the most creative people in the world. The thing about me, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. These people created something that quote unquote can be duplicated, but can't be duplicated on the same level they got it because they started. And once you do something first, like everybody can do it. Some people can do it better, but I don't think nobody can do it Amazon better. But
it come back to that brand. Like even if somebody was to come out with something, because I see little stuff now that kind of mimic like Instacart and stuff, but it's because Instacart really, that brand was out there, like who Instacart is. The other ones will never compare. You know what I'm saying? Like
kind of like Uber. Brand. Uber always gonna be the bar, because you say you're going to get an Uber, even if you're getting a Lyft. Like I think go get an Uber.
About to get an Uber. It's still Uber.
It's still
Exactly. Just like Band-Aid. Like, Band-Aid is just a brand. It's bandages. You get a
exactly.
So, but Band-Aid is they run shit, But it's all about branding. But like I'm saying, with your branding or whatever, like awkward confident, it's like I love how you do like your words or whatever. Because like I said, it's not obviously the regular way, the Times New Roman way. It's different. So like you gotta set yourself apart, and like if you don't set yourself apart, you'll just fall into the bunch. So you don't fall in line like a lot of people do in life. They just fall in line. Just I'm gonna be a good soldier, boss, and go to work. That's it. That's just what I mean.
That real.
It's not against nobody that work a job, but it just is what it is. It is what it is.
And I'm definitely not against somebody who work a job or nothing like that, because if you got to get it, that's how you got to get it. But my biggest rule of thumb is use what you got. Like before I try to like really branch out, or when it comes to buying new stuff or buying new supplies or just anything, like when it comes to like trying to tap into some type of resource or knowledge, I always like try to come to myself first and be like, what do you have that you're innately already good at? What physical things do you have? And then I branch out to like, who do I know? What locations do I know? And then that's how I start like formulating plans. Like it really don't take a lot. It just take a little bit of brainstorming just to be like, what do I already have immediate access to, so that I can really get this off the ground or get this going.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes that I created was, "It's not hard to do, it's hard to start." Because once you start, it's easy.
Yeah.
You just got to keep going. It just consistently going every day. You will get to your goals. I thought I
just got a fortune that say, "Do not give up. The beginning is always the hardest." I put that shit on my wallet.
For real. real.
The beginning is always the hardest, man.
It was hard to quit the job. I had to do it though, because like you say, like mentally and physically, I couldn't go no more at this job. So I just had to do something different. No, I had to protect my energy. I had to protect my energy.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't dealing with that. Cause like you say, like you work a job and you got people like treat you like this job is your end all be all, because they used to people working there and that's their end all be all. They gotta take anything.
Yeah.
Y'all got the right one today.
I said that's you got the right one.
You got the right one. I don't just be talking.
Okay.
It's so many ways to get money, dog. Like it's just one way. Like I always say, 99.9% of people get money in a different way than the people they are around. Because nobody get money the same way. It's 99 million different ways to get money. You can go dig holes right now. You can get money for that. Go cut some grass.
You can literally go pick up somebody's trash. Like that's the whole like market in itself. Like just picking up
junk removal.
Junk removal. Like just I don't need this. I don't feel like hollering it off. Just come get it. Like I don't care what you do with it. Just come get it.
We're watching a guy page right now. He's called Mission Side Hustle. He done built him a junk removal business. Got him a big short now too in the trailer. He's gonna put trash on it and I'll take it out for you for a fee. Like you giving somebody a service they need. That's all you gotta do is serve people. You serve what 400 people. You get them. Hey, you serve them, and you do the math. Goddamn, I always say.
Let's say you do junk removal and you get your clientele up to let's say 60 houses. If you charge each one of them $40, you talking about $2,400
an hour.
You talking about $2,400 in one day. All you got to do is go by 60 houses and pick up trash. A lot of people don't even make $2,400 in a week, in a month, like you said.
I ain't made $2,400 at Pilsen in a week. Hell no.
Not in no week. I didn't. Hell no.
Hell no. Never. If I was making that, I might have been there a little bit longer.
I'm a good soldier, boss. At least for one more year.
At least for one more year. $2,400 a week. But I was saying, like, that's so creative. It's so much creativity out here that, like I say, the junk remover. Like I say, you can flip. You know, you flip stuff or whatever. Like he flipping furniture. So like what he doing is buying a $50 couch or getting like say a junk removal, getting free stuff like free couches or free stuff that they it's somebody junk, but you still can sell it and that could be somebody's treasure. And you know you can resell. That's another way of making income. Like taking these pictures. Like it's so
resale
much
is a whole nother market in itself. Like follow this girl on Instagram now. Like she
follow this girl reselling what? Like any products?
Well, this girl specifically, she resells like clothes, purses, and stuff. So she'll literally just go shop at the Goodwill. She'll show you like, oh, this costs $3. Turn around and flip it, $50-$60, because she show you different ways to put it on, different ways to make you look cute. So it's not like she's hiding the fact that she's upselling it, but you are paying for her service and her time. That is her craft. And yeah, like it's like reselling it, man. There's so many different things, like organization, packing.
So she's like a virtual stylist then.
A virtual stylist, a virtual personal shopper too. Like
right. That's
that's a thing. That's wild to me.
Yeah,
I think about that though, because like my TV stand in my living room and my table in my living room, I just went and got them from Goodwill. Like I probably only paid, let's say $30 for both of them. Then I went to Walmart, bought some spray and some what's that shit called? Wood finish. And I've been had this shit for 2-3 years. Yeah. Now I could have painted it and refinished the wood or whatever. It could have sold it for like $100, $150.
Easy.
And I really only paid $30 for it.
Like it's a guy, you know, we talk about this all the time, but there's a guy in Lexington right now. He got 100K subscribers. All he do is resell stuff on eBay. Live in Lexington. People used to see him in the stores when he worked there. A couple times. Yeah,
that's crazy.
But you got to think about the money he making. I saw a guy
YouTube too.
Yeah, a guy in January. He had 3.5K subscribers. He well over 100,000 now. But he was talking about in February. He had 3.5K subscribers in January. I think he had about 50,000 in February. But he made about $50,000 in the month of February, just off ad sales and stuff like that. Not saying he got all that money, but damn, $50,000 make a YouTube video. Like shit,
that is wild.
That's wild. What I'm saying is this YouTube money, like I say, with content. The content is king right now. You got content, what you do got content. You really like you king right now because you got something to say. You got something to give to people to provide them something that they want to see. And that's why like we all with YouTube. I want to start some YouTube page. Everybody need a YouTube page trying something out. And like I say, if it hit, it hit.
You know, like, cause it's people on YouTube right now that like they talk about the stock market or whatever. I saw these people pay to go from 40,000 subscribers to 400,000 subscribers. And you got to think about the CPM they making, cause like even more CPM, which is cost per like million, like what it's some cost per million anyway. Like, so they getting all this money, and then also on top of that, they doing like good like financial advice or whatever. So it's like they gonna get even better ads. So the type of money they making right now, just not they ain't even gotta like really like make their own money to the stock market. They just get money off YouTube and like the subscribers.
Yeah,
it's just that easy. It's just so much value that if you bring value to people, the value coming right back to you.
It come back to you. Yeah.
Rich brother.
It always start with serving and service. So just provide a service. Do something to, you know, change somebody's mindset or to just influence somebody or teach somebody or just
help them.
It comes right back. Yeah.
As far as content though, Sabrina, you ever like record yourself while you making paintings?
I record myself. I do like time lapse videos, or sometimes because what I'm doing now is basically building up a catalog of content, so that when I do pop back out, I can just go ahead and schedule it out, so I don't have to be consistently bombarded with like, okay, I need to make sure I post at this time, this many times, blah blah blah. Like I'll just have. I want to.
So you basically just building your inventory right now.
Building the inventory.
That's smart though, because like nobody should be like damn, like, cause like it's some of those weeks where you don't feel like getting up and creating content. So like it'd be nice to have 4 to 5 like videos or something, some content. So like for that week that you don't feel like doing it, and then some weeks you feel so creative that you could do 3 to 4. Or how many paintings would you say you painted in a day?
In a day, honestly, it really depends. The most I've painted in a day, I probably say like 5. Like really been in it. Like got up that morning and was like, I'm just in the mood, and was just stayed up all through the night. I'm a night owl. I like to create at night.
Okay, me too. I love the night because it's like your mind just go to a different level at night. It like switch over to like the most creative space, because like kind of like you're on the edge of being sleepy. So like your mind just working in the extra drive at that point in time, because your mind like sleeping, but you just like open up, you know. At night time,
and the hustle and bustle slow down too, so everything get a little more quiet. You can actually think better without all the loud noises in your ear and in your mind.
Right. Yeah. Even when I first started, when we moved up here, I would still wait till the nighttime before I would start working. My boyfriend would be like, "Why are you waiting till it get dark?" I'm like, because it's different. I was like, the world is quieter, even though I don't hear, like I kind of hear like some of the roadways and stuff, but it's just, it feels quieter. So at that point, I'm able to really hear myself and be like, okay, what do you feel like doing tonight?
Yeah. And them ideas just pop. They just boom. Oh, here it go, here it go. They just keep coming to you. That's like when I like think of like marketing or different businesses I want to do. It's at nighttime most of the time. That's when I get my best like studying and my best like I say creative space. Like I made the business card for like the diabetic strips, and like the business card for like the flooring company. That's all at night, because like you get in that mode. I get in that mode and I just keep going. Like the website, blackpodcast.com, get the merch. But but like I create that at night. You feel me? Like just doing. Like I say, it's hard. It ain't hard to do. It's hard to start. Once you start, you gotta do. Like you ain't got no other choice. Like right now with the heat messing up, I ain't got no other choice but to get it fixed, dog. I ain't gonna do it though. If it's a problem, you just gotta solve it.
Call Ray, ain't it?
Hey, big boy.
Yeah. Or electric. I don't know if it's electrician or HVAC.
Oh, okay.
Wipe your forehead, man. You glisten.
Hey, one more thing though. What would you consider your type of painting style?
Definitely abstract. Abstract mixed media. I like playing with like what I've recently gotten into is like, I've always been like an elemental person. So I want to be able to like build on different elements so that you can actually feel it. More of like a kind of like a 3D mix style stuff. So just like embellishments, I have like different cloths, fabric paint, just a whole bunch of different stuff that like for so long I've really been wanting to work on. So just kind of taking like piece by piece and just playing with it, but definitely an abstract style. Because even though it tells a story,
gets you, don't you? I'm listening to you. I'm just pointing out your paintings in the back. As you talking, I just look at different paintings.
Yeah, I'm looking at the one under the 60. That
peanut. It looked like the peanut man.
The peanut man. No, behind the 60. The peanut man. Yeah.
That's the one I just pointed to. I was like, that look like the peanut man. That's
all. Like some Planners peanuts about to come out.
But you said abstract.
Yeah, but even though like I have stories and stuff behind them, I like to hear other people's perspectives based off of like, because we all think differently, we interpret stuff differently. So that makes it fun too. So I like to ask people sometimes like, like, what does this mean to you? Or like, what do you see? Like, what do you perceive from it? So I definitely been in like a Sharpie mode here for a couple of months. Sharpie and black paint, black and white. Not sure if I want to throw some color in there. I don't know yet. I'm just doing what.
Yeah, however you feel, like I say, like I say, as you go, whatever you learning it, and you still adapting to your style. Like I say, it's just going to be your style. Like I say, just like with the dude that be doing the Black Panther movies or whatever, and the guy that did get up.
Jordan Peele.
Like they got style, how they do movies or whatever, and like that's why people come back. Like that's why like producers or whatever.
Distinct,
DJ Mustard's on the beat. People come, people want to hear his beat because his distinct style. Like nobody else can do it like him with like the West Coast beats. When I used to be this beat maker, nobody could do it like that.
Nigga probably made a quarter of a beat one time and thought
a quarter.
Thought he was Zaytoven or something.
That boy had a snare and an trumpet in the back.
Yeah. Thought he was Zay.
No, I was just about to ask. I had thought about Man. I always want to ask you. You listen to Man Up, didn't you?
Yes.
Hey, what's your favorite song? Man. What's your favorite song?
Oh man. Ooh, see, I'm bad with names, so I ain't gonna know no titles.
I know, girl just listen to they ain't titles.
That's it, yeah.
She probably like Go. They're like, I know that beat right there. There you go. I can twerk to this. I can twerk to this.
No. Oh man. Y'all put me on the spot with that one. I don't know.
Old school.
But I definitely, when I say I used to, somebody recently posted that on Facebook again. I was like, bro, I used to really listen to that. It was
Nick. It probably was Nick.
Yeah.
Man, you remember 80s
either him or Ron. One of them. Somebody.
Ron had posted, I think, that Nick might have come in. Or something.
Yeah. I'm like, somebody go ahead and burn that CD so I can figure out what
burn like 80 of them.
Ain't it? Just put it on album music or some kind of way.
Yeah, just burn like 80 of them. I'll buy one for real. I might buy two.
Right. Yeah,
need that, man. Go, girl. Go, girl. Pocket full of honey.
Good times, man.
Good times, man.
Ooh, to be young again, man.
We still young, but to be that young and free,
to be that young. Yeah.
Ooh, people don't understand. Like when you 18, you think you grown. Like when we was in college, we thought we was grown.
We thought we was grown.
Hey, in 30, I still feel super young.
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm still growing so much every day. I got so much to do in life and so much to learn.
Yes.
18, you feel like I already know everything. I'm good. I'm gonna go.
It's funny how you progress and then you like, bro, I really don't know nothing. I got so much to learn. Oh
in my head, I was gonna be famous somehow by 22. But the only thing I did was sit on my ass and watch prank videos for the 4 years. How the fuck was I gonna be famous? How you gonna be famous?
You don't know nothing, man.
Be famous,
Yeah, you don't know nothing.
Like I always say, everybody want clearinghouse to show up to their door with a big old check. Like here you go. But that ain't how it happened in life.
That PCH check, boy. The big boy.
But Sabrina, give your before we get out of here, give your social media and like what you got going on out here in the world.
Yes, on Instagram, I am Sabrina.Niicole. Nicole has 2 I's, so that's Niicole. Also on there is Awkward Confidence LLC, but she is completely stripped right now because we are rebuilding and rebranding. Same thing for the website. That's www.Sabrina.Niicole.com. Same thing, 2 I's. But we're currently rebranding right now, so I can pop out with some new stuff. So nobody has seen this right here behind me, so y'all are definitely the first ones to kind of see that. So
hey, appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Miss Abstract.
Yes.
Jern, what's your socials, man?
Twitter @DJ McGant. IG Jeremy_again, and Snap is the same Jeremy_again.
You can follow me on Twitter and IG at DevinDon'tCare_ right there on the screen. Snap is OTG_93. Bit, what's up?
I'm just over here chilling, trying to come after the king and the queen. But man, you can follow me at YTwin because you can follow me at YTwin because on Twitter and Instagram, man. Sunny_guy on Snapchat. And you can follow me on Twitter. I gotta change my IG name to @TheMoneyQB because I am the money quarterback. You can follow Navy Black Podcast at Navy Black Pod. Go to the YouTube, Navy Black Podcast. The website, NavyBlackPodcast.com. Appreciate Sabrina for coming on this podcast.
Yes, thank y'all for having me. Home team.
Whole team, man. Baseball, even though you graduated a year before us. Jeremy, no, Jeremy, our age or whatever like that. Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming on again. And this is episode 64. We'll see y'all next week.
Like, subscribe, and follow the Navy Black Podcast on all social media platforms.